Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Welcome to Monday. It is the KVJ After the Show podcast. Funny, we got a lot of emails about people on just a simple mention about restaurants making grilled cheese sandwiches. It's amazing, like the response we got today on just something so silly.
I mean, I was kind of half kidding, honestly. Mm-hmm. I don't think chefs are bitches. I was just joking. My gosh, it's a fucking grilled cheese. Well, and just to let everyone know, I did not get mad at anybody. I don't get mad at people about stuff like that.
A lot of people are passionately defending you. A lot of people are passionately bashing you. It's just amazing.
I just love drama, so
polarizing.
Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how much can we talk about? I really don't. I'm really not mad about the grilled cheese. I thought it was fun to call somebody out on it.
Oh, a few other straggler call-em-outs here today. Somebody said, I need to call out Jaybird's no-name movie game partner from Friday. I was watching the Friday show, and every time Jason gave a clue, he and the card was tilted slightly to the camera. He got the answer to the clue that I wouldn't have never gotten.
It's on a delay. We've already talked about that. It happens too quick. You can't see it. We're on like a minute delay.
But we do need to make sure you're not cheating.
Jessica says, I want to call out my wife. She has been extra moody lately and just refuses to open up to me. But then she tells me I don't care or love her. And then last night pretty much just kicked me out of our bed and room. So she is #not cool.
Damn.
Dang. There you go. Mood swings. Not fun. Not good sleeping on the couch by myself.
Moods are sometimes controlled by hormones. If you are a disaster and you're all over the place, you should go get your blood work checked.
Today a full moon? Was last night a full moon, or is it tonight going to be a full moon?
Last night was the beginnings of it. Today is the actual full moon. So you had a little bit of it last night, but you'll get the full dose tonight.
So tonight will be the full moon.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I walked in today. I thought it was...
It was eerie.
Mm-hmm.
It's bright. I like it, though. I think it, like... You know, because we drive to work and it's dark outside. It's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But so, yeah, that's going to be happening. And then coming up in a couple of weeks, I think it's exactly 2 weeks from today, you got that eclipse going to be happening.
There's a lot of hype around this eclipse.
A lot of hype.
And they're talking about how there's more hype than there normally should be. It's almost kind of trendy that everyone's into the eclipse when most people don't even know what the fucking eclipse is.
Seems like a little much, yeah. Kind of there with it. Let me see. Somebody, I don't know if this is kind of almost a call them out. Ginger said, so Virginia is always snobby about her expensive wines and champagne, but studies have shown that in blind taste tests, most people cannot tell the difference between inexpensive and expensive wines and champagnes.
I've been wanting to do this with you for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it really shows in a red wine the most. I can tell you what I like and what I don't like, but yeah, if you put two dry champagnes in front of me, I might not be able to tell you which one is more expensive. I know what I like, and I know these certain fancy brands that I do like. Mm-hmm. They taste good to me, but I might be able to find a comparable taste that's half that price.
Well, I think you would have to do something that's on both ends of the spectrum. That's what's impressive. I mean, if it's like, you're off by $10, it's like, who cares? Nobody's going to get that. But if you had like the most expensive and, crap, would you be able to tell? And doing that with wines too.
We should do it in a restaurant. That way we don't have to buy the whole bottle.
Oh, absolutely,
If we do it in a restaurant, we'll just have to buy glasses.
Be great to do it at some kind of like wine tasting event anyway. So it's like you have it and that's already set up.
That'd be awesome.
Something we'd like to do. Work on getting that done. Ginger said, see you guys Friday at Blue Martini.
Yeah. We will be there.
Mm-hmm. Boy, I got onto a new food kick over the weekend. I was watching this thing on... I was kind of like on my Apple TV and I was messing around just seeing all things. It's very fascinating, like all the videos and how people are watching stuff and even just like looking at the lengths of stuff. Like a lot of stuff anymore, like a lot of the videos are like 10, 15 minutes.
Wow.
It's almost like a show. People, that's what people are. I think the concept of the 30 or especially the 60-minute show is going to be like, whoa, that's crazy. I don't know if you're necessarily going to like always have that. Because I was watching this thing and I can't remember what it was. It was on BuzzFeed, but they're called like the Try Guys or something like that. And they go around, they do different things. And it was fascinating. They had something on Miami. They're down there in Miami and Calle Ocho and, we're trying out some of the traditional clothes and They went to Versailles, I believe is how they pronounce it. You know, Versailles, which is like,
yeah.
but it's like, I guess, like when you make it Hispanic, it's Versailles. I was like, okay, I always just call it Versailles. But yeah, they had that kind of stuff. But then they showed this dish I'd never had before, ropa vieja.
Oh yeah, it means ripped clothes.
Yeah, right.
The literal translation. It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's like pulled, succulent meat in this brown, delicious sauce.
Marinated, and then it's like you let it simmer for like 4 hours with vegetables and like a red sauce. And so I went to Don Ramon's on Saturday and got it. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that is definitely delish. Mm-hmm. That you would like that sauce, Bird.
Would I?
Yeah.
And I was just like going, why am I not eating Cuban food more often? I loved it. Like I'm like, man, the plantains I love too. I'm like, ugh. Everything about it was great.
Those pressed Cuban sandwiches are delicious. I don't ever do that. They're so good.
I know. I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna definitely take on the Cuban kick. That's my new food jam. And they had this thing on Thrill List, different stuff and food that you need to get if you're in Miami or if you're visiting Miami. A couple places to check out some Cuban food. They say the El Mago de las Fritas, or Mago, I guess, de las Fritas in West Miami. You're not officially a Miamian until you've eaten a frita, the Cubano version of the American hamburger.
Okay.
With papitas, matchstick potatoes, and a secret sauce on Cuban bread.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Cuban bread is so good.
Another thing they said to get at the Yardbird Southern Table and Bar, chicken and watermelon and waffles.
I'm in.
I'm noticing watermelon's making some type of, I don't want to say comeback, but I'm seeing a lot of watermelon dishes.
Every summer.
Is that what is that a summer?
Seasonal thing.
But I'm noticing that there's a lot of hype around, even on the cooking shows, making things with watermelon. A lot of watermelon-themed dishes.
The hot thing right now.
Yeah.
Of course, we know Joe Stone Crabs. They talk about that. And
bring your wallet.
The Abuela Maria in Little Havana, the Azucar Ice Cream Company.
Abuela means grandmother, so...
Grandmother Maria's Ice Cream and Azucar Blue, right?
Azucar.
Or sugar.
Sugar.
Sugar. Yeah, Sugar Ice
That
Cream
means
Company. Yeah.
Azul is blue.
Azul is blue, that's right. Vanilla ice cream is mixed with cubes of guava, fluffy cream cheese, and Maria cookies, then drizzled with guava syrup.
Oh, I like the guava. The guava and cream cheese and the ice cream. What? Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
There's also original flavors like cafe con leche and zapaticos de rosa, rose petals. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Yeah, I love, that's my thing, man. Food jam. I want to try out some new places to go. Miss Cheesiest, they mentioned that too.
Yeah, that's the food truck one, right?
Yeah.
They say get the short rib melt.
Ooh.
Short ribs in a grilled cheese. Yeah.
That's why I liked melt so much. They had the French onion grilled cheese, and it was so good. My favorite grilled cheese of all time.
Croquetas.
Croquetas. Those are little, like, Cuban little appetizers.
Right.
They're so good.
Yeah, they say it's crispy on the outside, creamy on the inside. They say you got to go a little bit out west. The main one, Islas Canarias, is the place to check out in Tamiami, I guess on Tamiami Trail out there. So yeah, and also ceviche. Oh man, I love that.
Ceviche is good.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a pretty good little list. So there's a whole bunch of stuff I need to try. I'm like, oh man, I gotta step outside because I kind of like I've been in one of those like food grooves here again, where it's like or a food rut, I guess I should say.
I hear you, man.
You want to switch it up and try new things?
Yeah, just, and they're just realizing, like, wow, there's a lot of stuff. When I had seen the Ropa Vieja, I'm like, how have I not had that yet?
You should definitely do, like, a little Cuban tour. Mm-hmm. Pull up some of the best Cuban restaurants and just hit a bunch of them.
I think I might, yeah. Especially when they get the Brightline going. That's going to be my plan is just, hopping on that thing and getting, down to downtown Miami in an hour. Pastelitos, too, they said. They say, and that's another thing to check out.
Have you been to Havana's off of Forest Hill Boulevard?
Yeah.
That place is good, too.
Yeah.
That's where you saw that reality star.
Yeah, you're right.
MJ from Real World.
I did.
How I remember that, I don't know.
I don't know. I forgot it.
Yeah, they say go to Yesel Bakery in Little Havana to get your pastelitos is the place they say to go. So, but I'm sure there's a lot of good places in Miami that you can go, so... There you go. Oh, and this sounds good. Captain Crunch pancakes.
Ooh.
The Eating House in Coral Gables.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just kind of a whole list. I'll post that up there. It's just on our Facebook page. It's all the things that if you're not eating them, you need to go eat in Miami and South Florida. So there you go. Man, oh man, I'm hungry already.
I got some food over here. You won't eat any of it though.
What do you got over there?
Grilled cheese.
Like crazy,
He's
huh?
feeding the beast and making up for the weekend mistakes.
Did you eat bad this weekend?
I didn't eat good. Yeah, I kind of ate bad this weekend.
You did, okay.
I did. As far as like non-healthy, yeah, I did not eat very healthy.
I was a little bit better, but I wasn't, like dead on. And I realized because I eat, I think like fewer calories during the week, I get really hungry on the weekends.
I find if we have a bunch of events on the weekend, I don't eat nearly as much. But if we're in the studio editing, that's when I eat terrible because you're sitting down, you're in a room, getting a contact high. You eventually become very hungry.
Just got to make it happen. Somebody texted in, said, I was just curious, how did the talk go with your son, Kevin? I had told you that, Kevin, how did the talk go with your son? And I told you that I was going to sit down with my son, Cannon. He's 9. He watches a lot of YouTube. And there was that girl in Boynton Beach that did that dare where she was drinking like boiling water through a straw and it messed up her esophagus.
Yes,
And
horrible story.
she wound up dying because of it.
Didn't you say it took a while too? Like she did the stunt while and then it hurt her?
The internal injuries just kept getting worse and worse and eventually took her life.
Yeah.
That's just so tragic and
Now,
so stupid.
I wonder, could it have been prevented if she would have let people know her symptoms, or was it pretty much something that was going to be...
The ins and outs and the way I understood it, it sounded like, she'd let her parents know. It sounded like, and they'd gotten medical attention for her. So I don't know if, they're talking any kind of neglect on either side of it. That part I don't know. What stuck out to me was this is a girl that did it. I don't know the level of, supervision, but, a lot of times when you say that,
you can't control.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying that to be controversial. I was just wondering, just for the mere purpose of if you did something like that, could it have been prevented if she would have gotten some aid?
Yeah, I think she had gotten medical attention, but I think with some of those things, you just don't even know sometimes. It's kind of... Things can go south really fast.
Heartbreaking.
Oh, it is, yeah. So no, I did sit down with my son Cannon. It wasn't anything, I know kids don't have a big attention span, and I don't want to make it overly dramatic, but he's 9, and I did level with him, and I said, hey, there was a girl that on YouTube, there's a lot of things, and people are doing stunts, and they want to do this kind of stuff. And I said, there was a girl that did, something with I told him what it was. And I said, it took her life. And I said, you're going to see stuff that's on there. I said, but I want you to promise to me, if you see something before you do any kind of challenge or any kind of dare that you ever see, that you will come to me and you will talk to me about it first before you do it. And I made him say it back to me. Like, Dad, I promise you I will come and talk to you before I do anything. I said, look, I've been doing this my entire life.
This is what Daddy does.
This is what Daddy is an expert in. If there's anything there, I am an expert at doing dumbass stunts.
And if it's safe and if we can do it together, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get Jaybird involved if you want to do that.
I don't want to be holding back anybody's fun.
Right.
That's not what this is about.
But I don't want you seeing something on there and thinking you're going to do it and then tell me about it later. You're going to come to me first, and I want you to talk to me about it. So promise me. So I'll keep an eye on it, not say that's the end-all, be-all, but, at least I planted that in his head. So
No, that's good. You have to say something. They just look up to this YouTube so much.
Yeah.
And it's scary because, you got to get to him first. You got to get to him before somebody on YouTube gets to him and tells him to do something dumb.
Well, a lot of times they don't realize, too, a lot of these videos are faked.
They are.
So they make it look like they're
Edited.
doing something and they're not really doing it.
Right.
Because you can't without seriously harming yourself. And, and then people don't know it. And you're like going, wow, it's unbelievable some of the stuff that you wind up seeing on there, which is just crazy. My wife was just flipping through Facebook the other day, and there was some girl, she was like at a club or something like that. She was like twerking on a speaker, and somebody took like some kind of flammable liquid and poured it on her ass and lit her on fire. And like she was taking her underwear off and like running away. And but it was like the whole thing was like funny, haha. I'm like, if someone lit my ass on fire, my clothes with the flammable liquid, I'm sorry, I'm not. That ain't gonna be funny.
No, you can't be doing that shit.
No, it's ridiculous. And then people see that stuff, and it's like the tone of it's like ha ha ha, and I'm like, wow, that's unbelievable. Like, and somebody's going to see it, I'd be like, that's funny, man. We got to do that one day.
Like I said, a lot of that stuff on YouTube and those videos, a lot of it is fake.
Faked, yeah.
But that's just it. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people are not getting that.
No, you're right. There are so many videos out there that are clearly fake, and you're looking at the comments, and everyone believes it. And I just want to go, guys, are you fucking shitting me? This is so fake.
Lily sent an email, said, hey, look, I always trash the Jake Paul. That's what Cannon watches a lot. I hate when my son watches his videos, but he did a pretty cool thing today. A little girl made meeting him her make a wish, and he had her over to the house. He pranked people with her and really made her day. I have to give him credit where credit's due. That's a hashtag be cool. So
that's nice.
yeah, so okay. That's all good. It's nice.
He's using his celebrity for something good. You gotta, whenever that happens, you gotta applaud it.
Yeah, and
even if the guy's kind of douchey.
Even if it's transparent and he's...
It's just clearly, it's not my style. It's, you know.
It doesn't matter, though, even if he is douchey, but just to take his time to make a kid's day like that who's sick, I just instantly you get a little piece of my heart.
Doing something good, whether the reason for it's better than not doing anything at all.
Thank you. And that little girl doesn't know that it's contrived for publicity. It's just making her day, and that's all that matters.
Keith texted in, said, hey, tell Kev that they have a YouTube Kids app where they don't have access to all the videos on YouTube. All the videos on the YouTube Kids app are approved before they're posted for public viewing. That is a good thing. You know, in something like that, I'll try to get Ken a little bit more on that. We always wind up with a situation where, you know, we had an old smartphone that was, you know, it was one of those things where somebody had upgraded their phone, so we had the old one, and so we gave it to Cannon so that he could pretty much watch videos on it. But what happens, he'll leave his phone at home. We'll be out somewhere, like yesterday we're shopping, and he's like bored to death, and he's like, I want to eat, and he left his phone at home, and then he winds up looking at your phone, you know, and so a lot of our devices are shared.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, too, because, I mean, we make goofy videos. We're in that world of doing that kind of stuff. He's like, I want to do that, Dad.
Absolutely.
And he's like, well, what about you, Dad? I've learned it from you.
No, I know. That's why I told him.
That's
I
tough.
said, yeah, that's why I told him. I said, hey, talk to me about it.
Run it by me, and we'll do it together.
Right.
I'm not going to just be like, mean Dad. No, none of your video ideas are ever going to happen. I want to make them happen. I just want to make them so you don't die like that little girl.
And plus, you can't say you can't do goofy videos because you've done that your entire career.
Right.
Got it from watching you, okay?
Yeah.
Can't do it. Yeah. Got this email from Hillary. She said, you guys gave my daughter a 7th birthday shout-out last Friday, the 28th, Kenzie White, on the day she went into Joe DiMaggio to have a procedure done to close a hole in her heart.
Oh, wow.
I pulled the show up on my podcast app, and I played the happy birthday wishes for her. And she buried her head in my hip and tried to hide her tears because she was so touched. It got me choked up, too. Thank you guys so much for this from Hillary. So
What
it's
a
nice.
sweetie.
Yeah.
Keep us posted.
Thank you so much for sending that. Do appreciate those emails.
Absolutely.
When you get them, send them to us. This one says, from Denise, said, I think the funniest thing in the world is when Ann says something wrong or pronounces something wrong, everyone is afraid to laugh. The silence after she says something is 10 times funnier than you guys laughing because you're all scared she's going to get mad.
Because she hasn't been listening to the show that much. She was listening that day, and I knew she was.
Oh, she was, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's something going on right now. You're talking about the AC in her car is out, huh?
Yeah, her air condition broke down, and she's miserable, so I'm trying to figure out what we got to do about that. But, yeah, she's had that car since 1993 and loves it.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
but her air condition's completely out, so I'm trying to figure out a way to fix all that.
And by figure out, you just mean write a check.
Pretty much, yeah. There you go. Yeah, you're right. It's like I'm buying a new air condition.
Somebody texted in. I was talking about how Serena Williams, she had a 1950s themed baby shower at Nick's Diner, if you know what that is, on Okeechobee on Saturday.
I had seen the pictures, and I was like, oh, that's cute. I wonder where she did it.
So you go to that Nick Diner a lot, huh?
Yeah, it's rotating. We have about 3, maybe 4 breakfast spots that we go to, and that's kind of our thing on Saturday mornings. My wife and I will wake up and usually go to breakfast together. And the weekends are good. We don't see each other much during the week, so it's kind of a chance where we go and sit and get caught up. So I love doing it. So
I love diners, man.
But we usually have a debate because she loves hash browns. And so that's kind of the big thing. A lot of the places that I go or that are tops of my list, like I love the First Watch, they don't have hash browns.
Well, they have breakfast potatoes?
Breakfast potatoes.
I'm with your wife on this one. I'd rather have hash browns.
And so Nick's has the hash browns, but I hate the 50s. So I don't know what it is. I can't
too,
stand the
man.
decade, the 50s. I can't stand the music. I don't like the diner look. Just
The
everything about
look,
it.
the clothes.
Everything about it. And you just, it's like so.
You really hate 50s music.
I don't know what it is. I've got a serious aversion to the 50s. So the food is good. I'm fine with that. But it's just in there. Like, just the whole time, I don't know.
They had,
unnerved.
back in the day here locally, Burt Reynolds opened up his own diner. And it was all 50s stuff. It was called Daisy's Diner.
Oh, really?
And it was popular. And then, just like we were talking about the other day, a lot of people were there. And then out of the blue, gone. Out of
Really?
business. Yeah.
Wow, weird.
Daisy's Diner.
Nick's has been there forever. I mean, been there for a long time, as long as I remember. I don't remember, being here when Nick's wasn't there. And that plaza's, gone through a lot. Remember when they had, what was it Aleda's?
Aleda's.
Aleda's, the Mexican place that used to be there.
That thing's gone.
And that's been gone for a good, 6 or 7 years?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. But, Eva Longoria was there. Sierra, Kelly Rowland, Lala Anthony, who's been in the, Celebrity Dirt a lot here lately. Venus Williams was there.
Is Lala the VJ that's on Power?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's married to Carmelo Anthony, and they've had
Okay.
their own relationship issues. Yeah. But this is good because my wife wanted to go to Nick's Diner on Saturday. I'm like, well, no. I want to go to First Watch. So we went to First Watch instead. And then I saw, she loves, Serena Williams. And she's doing everything she can. She just wants to meet Serena Williams. And that's kind of like her dream come true. And so I'm like, oh, great. But somebody texted in and said, hey, Kev, just to let you know, make you feel better. We tried calling in a party of 8 to Nick Saturday morning, but we were told that we couldn't be accommodated due to a private party and the restaurant was closed to the public.
Shut it down for you commoners.
Yeah,
So you couldn't have gone anyway.
You could have, yeah. So to make you feel better, y'all would have not been able to eat there anyway. So that's a good out because, I know I'm like, as soon as my wife hears that, she's going to be like, I tell you, we should have gone to Nick's.
We should have gone to Nick's, you dick.
Right. Two, at least celebrities from back in the day were in South Florida last weekend at the SuperCon that happened in Fort Lauderdale. Ralph Macchio and William Zabka. And I don't know if this is where they started scheming this idea, but the story came out right after the SuperCon that was last weekend. Apparently, they're going to renew their Karate Kid rivalry on a YouTube series called Cobra Kai.
I'm so excited for this.
It's going to have Daniel and Johnny clashing again 30 years later when Johnny reopens the Cobra Kai dojo.
I was always Team Cobra Kai. I actually didn't like Daniel. I thought Daniel was a bitch.
twerp.
What? Well, he just kind of did it to himself. He got his ass kicked.
You're happy about it.
He deserved it.
Not sure. It might find its audience. People like Jaybird who love that movie will probably
you'll watch it.
That is such a cult following, the Karate Kid. People do. If you are a fan, you absolutely love that.
Mm-hmm. And if you love the TV show Roseanne, an ABC exec is saying that Dan is definitely alive for the Roseanne revival. I don't know how they keep doing this stuff. We just found out Will and Grace is going to dump the series finale they had originally had with that show.
All right, so what are they going to do to get him back?
I don't know.
From the dead.
These shows, yeah, and apparently he's going to be back. He's not dead after all. But I mean, they did a whole season. It was like it was a dream, so they'll probably do that again.
The dream thing at the end of movies and stuff like that, I just feel like it's kind of a cop out.
It kind of is.
When you have all this great stuff going on and then it's just a dream.
You want it wrapped up into a package that makes sense, and then you'll have closure and it's over.
It was first done really well on Newhart. And this guy named Bob Newhart, when I was a kid, my dad would watch this in the 70s, the Bob Newhart Show. It was a very popular sitcom in the 70s. Then he had another sitcom in the 80s just called Newhart. And the finale of that show was he was having this dream and it tied back to his first sitcom. And he woke up and the whole Newhart never happened. He was in bed with his first TV wife. And she's like, well, what's wrong, Bob? And he's like, nothing. I just had this really bizarre dream.
I remember that happening.
It was like the whole series Newhart didn't exist. It was all a dream that he had.
See, that's creative.
That's clever.
That's clever. That's fresh.
Right. So it lets you know, okay, everything you saw in Newhart never happened. It's just this long-ass dream that Bob Newhart had from his original sitcom. Genius. It was well done. And since then now, people have taken. Of course, second, third, fourth generations of stealing the dream idea. It's just not as good.
Well, it fills up a bunch of holes that are in a script
easily. But you're like, well, why
It's
not even?
lazy.
It is, and it's like, it's like spackle. It's like what soap operas do when
Not that you can't do a dream thing, like you're saying, you can do it, but you got to do it right. You just can't do it just to.
Newhart did it right. That was
Yes.
that was really
That's
clever.
smart.
No one saw it coming. Like, how funny is that? That's a great way to end a series.
Sometimes too, you said was it Bloodline? They did a whole dream sequence kind of a show. They
That
did the same thing for
episode,
Mad Men, and I did not like it.
Felt like I was on acid watching that, and I still don't know what the hell they were doing. Like, he had and it's major plot twist in the scene. You're like, is this happening or what's going on?
Same thing with Mad Men.
You couldn't tell because they were using that kind of filming where it's like the in and out and it's blurry,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, is this his mind or what's going on, or why do I feel like I'm tripping balls?
The guy in Mad Men, the main character, he was sick.
Yeah.
But then we were like, is he drunk? Is he cheating?
Yeah.
And then he just had a fever. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah. They say Johnny Galecki is in talks to return as Darlene's husband, David, so.
I am not at all excited for the Roseanne reboot.
I'm not either. I never watched that show.
I don't know if I like these reboots. I don't know. It just seems like it's the trendy thing to do.
Well, to me, there are some shows, at least for me, that existed once upon a time and in a place, and they were great in that era, but I'm not excited to see them. Like, if they talked about a Friends reunion, I wouldn't be excited. I'd be like, okay.
It's got to be dark.
Yeah, and nothing about, Bill Cosby, remove all that kind of stuff, but I felt the same way after Cosby went into reruns and it came back out and I was watching, I'm like going, I have no interest in watching the show anymore. That's before you found out about all the awful stuff with Bill.
He had another show after that big run with the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just called Cosby.
I think it was, yeah.
But it was him and the same wife.
Yeah.
But they weren't the
She
same
was back on it.
characters.
Yeah, it was different,
It was
and they had
weird.
another guy, Dougie Doug, on there or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Some bizarre stuff. It just never seemed to click the same way. Boca Steve sent an email, said, if your sexual history was in a bar, what would that bar look like? How's the crowd looking, sparse, or a Friday happy hour? Imagine this happened in real life. Mine would be weird. I mean, honestly, I've been in relationships for so long that, though I look back at mine, it would be like people I haven't seen in 25 years. So, I probably wouldn't even recognize them and be like, going, who are you? Yeah.
It'd be weird to walk in, though.
It would, yeah. Could you imagine that? Now, you want to talk about a dream. Can you imagine that if you walked into that situation, it was just everybody you'd ever had sex with?
Oh, my gosh.
That'd be weird.
And they've been drinking for a while and you just got there and you're dead sober?
That's what happened to me at Bradley's one time. I just got on the air. I was just on, and I there was some big event, and I saw. It wasn't 4 girls that I had gone out with, but it was 4 girls that I either had dated or went out on a date. And I walk up, the girl goes, hey, come here, I want to introduce you to somebody. And it was all 4 of them together. They were actually cool about it, but I was like, what the fuck is this trap? I got out of there.
What is this?
Trap.
It was. It felt like a trap. And how they all got to start talking about it, it scared the shit out of me.
Well, today on the regular show, we were playing Think Fast. And so we talked about how fun would it be maybe to try a dirtier version, or at least an uncensored version, because I said, what is something that you blow that starts with the letter P?
And both these guys said Pete.
Pete.
Peter?
Denny said Peter, I said Pete.
Yeah. So now you could actually say a dirty word. Should that be the first thing that comes to mind here? But you got to think fast.
Does head-to-head mean V?
Yep. Head, you and Virginia here.
Just the way you like it, head to head.
Mm-hmm. All right. Think fast. Something that is used during sex that starts with the letter L.
Licking.
Lube.
Does licking count, Suits? Because licking is used during sex. Yeah, it's something that's used during sex. Yeah, I think we're going to give Virginia credit on that. But lube would, too.
I was too slow.
Too slow. You're right. Jaber or Virginia gets in there first.
It's very stressful.
It's a stressful game, man.
We take it so serious.
I do.
I forget. It's just a game. Calm the fuck down.
But it's fun, though, to compete.
I get so intense.
Okay, here's another one for you. Think fast. A toy that you can use during sex that starts with the letter S.
Swing.
Damn it! Damn it! I almost said shit.
It's a weird toy.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Something you can wear during foreplay that starts with the letter L.
Lingerie!
Lingerie,
All right, I'm back, baby.
What's your favorite color lingerie to wear?
I don't like to wear it, but to see, I like white.
Okay. Innocence, is that what it's...
It's innocent.
like?
I like white, but I like black too. But red is kind of hot as well.
All right, so he's just like in every color.
Yeah.
I think white might be my favorite.
Purple's not bad either.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. Hot.
All right, here we go. Virginia's up 2-1. Okay, next one. A position during sex that starts with the letter C.
Cuckold. Cuckold.
Position? That's not a position. Cuckold?
Yeah.
It's
No.
a thing.
Yeah.
Cowgirl.
Oh, fuck! Damn it! How the shit did I not get cowgirl? I cut myself with a knife. A plastic knife. I drew blood somehow. Fucking IHOP knife's cutting me.
He's got a plastic IHOP knife.
It drew blood.
That's amazing. All right, here we go.
Oh, don't stop, baby. Give it to. Come on.
Virginia's up 3-1.
Oh.
Damn it, Jason.
Something that you can pinch that starts with the letter N.
Knee.
Nipples.
Not knee. Knee doesn't look gay.
Knee.
Nipples, baby. You can pinch the shit out of nipples.
Nipples.
All right. Something you can put on your penis before sex
Ooh.
that starts with the letter C.
Cock ring.
Okay, very nice. Johnny Cockring over here. If he had a porn name.
I think we're all tied up.
Are we? I think we are.
It is 3 apiece.
Oh, look at
Okay.
this.
Okay. Final one, the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Think fast.
Big. This is big.
An act you can do to a woman that starts with the letter M.
Masturbate. You can masturbate her.
Show me on Kevin.
Kevin, put your legs behind your head.
We're going to give you credit on that.
Yeah. Ooh, squeaked
That's
it
going
out.
to do it, yeah.
Man,
You
pride
did
was
squeak
on
it out,
low.
yeah. A lot riding on that one, huh?
Masturbate her.
Masturbator.
I was going to say munch.
You could do that too.
I think that we would have taken that, yeah.
Mall.
That
It
definitely
just wasn't
works.
fast enough.
That works out. Very nice. All righty. Well, thank you very much for
That's
locking it in
fun.
here today. Yes.
It'd be a fun drinking game, too.
Yeah, definitely check it out. And hey, make sure you're checking out everything with the KVJ show. Go on there whenever you can. Subscribe, like, pass it on to other people. One thing I found this weekend when I was going through my Apple TV, just kind of finally had a chance on Saturday with some downtime to kind of like play around with it and download some new apps and stuff like that. I found out that Facebook has a video app.
Ooh.
And you go on there and you can see all the videos that, people are putting up. And it's really kind of cool because, Facebook's really big on the videos. But there are a lot of different sites and services and things like that, like, for instance, KVJ Show. We post a lot of videos. And I went and I looked for the KVJ Show. And it's awesome. All of our videos that we post up, which is kind of like the highlights of KVJ TV, you can pull it up right there on your smart TV if you got Apple TV.
That's fun.
Yeah, so get that app, download it, and then just go search for the KVJ Show, and you can watch all those Facebook videos, and it's really cool, and you just keep going back and see all that stuff. We're trying to put up as many videos as we can. Suits is just crushing it in there, doing a really good job on that stuff. So a great way to check out the KVJ Show. Go to kvjshow.com as well. Big thanks to Bud's Chicken and Seafood.
They got a great deal going on right now because they know school's coming up, trying to save some money. 3 pieces of chicken. Now we're talking about the bone kind, the big dogs, with fries, $3.99, or you could do 2 pieces of chicken with fries, $3.49. But both of them right under that $4 mark.
I like it.
Yes, you can add on with the corn fritters, and of course, try that bird sauce.
Okay, there you go. Thank you guys so much for locking it in today. Love you all. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.